Good morning. The greatest responsibility that we share is the responsibility to oneself for seeking self-improvement, nourishing oneself to improve. In this way, one not only changes themselves for the better, but is a better family member, a better father, mother, brother, sister, son, daughter, a better friend, a better person involved in the community, nation, world, more responsible. Does this make sense? Of course it does. Being here, now, in a comfortable posture, in a location environment where one can more easily concentrate and focus upon our goals of being together for just a little while and initiating a regime of thinking about what's important, the things that we've just discussed. Finding in your posture an opportunity to investigate oneself, feeling the warmth that is emanating from our bodies, understanding through exposure to this pod and your own experience that there is something magical happening, something that is a miracle. It is one's vitality and life exuding into the atmosphere, through one's skin, into the air. Because we don't understand the nature of energy all that well, we have an inkling, of course, but a very small inkling when one considers that our receptivity science postulates as being 100,000th of the energy that is. That there is more to this energy than we know. If we correlate all the circumstances that we have recorded over time, the extrasensual perceptions that have been spoken about, then we begin to relate to what I'm saying. The broadcast of energy that is emanating from our bodies. Where is it going? Is it just going a few feet, this energy? Or is it broadcasting to the ends of creation? Light, which is a form of energy we do understand a little better, travels at a speed of 186,000 miles in 1 second. So, something to consider, something interesting to be aware of, something just to be open about, to be receptive, to allow a consideration of. It is a perspective that we are sharing. And it is exactly this that we want to do, is widen our perspectives. I didn't say to one must believe, I'm just saying to be open-minded, to be adaptable, to be flexible in one's mind. Just like in our bodies, we need to maintain a state of equilibrium and flexibility that we can make our way in this world more easily. It is the same. Back to the surface of our skin, we have cilia, we have hair upon our bodies, most of us. Feeling, is it waving in a breeze? Do you feel it being compressed by clothing? Do you feel, what do you feel inside and on the surface of your skin? What do you feel outside of your skin? Is it warm or cool right now? Or kind of neutral? Are you beginning to become more aware of the process of respiration? Are you thinking now about your breathing? The rising, the pausing and falling, the pausing again. Are you thinking about the movement, the action in your chest and abdomen as your lungs expand, your diaphragm extends, and then reverses? Are you thinking about your chest and as far as your heart? Are you lingering here and feeling the murmur, the cadence of one's own heart squeezing, allowing the undulation of your body to be in one's awareness? Because if your heart is beating at the moment that it squeezes, by the time it gets down to your toes, it's passed through a certain amount of time. So there is a progression of pulsing. It's not just one big pulse, it's many pulses. Feeling this, I call it an undulation of pulses. Sure that it's going to be somewhat different for you. We're different. All of us are different. Similar, yes. 99.6% the same, but similar. DNA. Let's remembering these things. This is the perspective, right? We're remembering all these different aspects of our own being within the context of creation, of being here now. Feeling deeply inside. As you're listening to my words, do you feel a resonance in your ears, in the auditory nerve as it enters your brain, in your mind, in your brain? Do you feel an ambiance of energy, of potential, of something beneath the threshold of sound? Interesting question. I do. But that's me. You feel your chest, you feel your abdomen, You feel your whole body undulating with energy, the energy of your heart's pulsing. Can we specifically pick out the vibration of one's being alive? Do we feel the shimmering that is going on simultaneously to our breath and our pulse and our thinking and our hearing and our remembering that we are alive? I think so. You know that within the context of this shimmering majesty of one's life, an opportunity arises for us to be in a state of ecstasy because of the celebration that is going on inside. 37 trillion cells are saying, Yipee! I'm alive. Feeling deep inside. We are bundles of miracles. This is the truth. This is the way we are. Feeling calm, at peace, tranquil, harmonious, feeling a sense of happiness, a sense of grace, being aware, nurturing oneself in this state of awareness in this way, deeply, conscientiously, playfully, with a smile inside and on one's lips, finding one has an opportunity to practice and become more, not just to culminate in an experience of ecstatic reverie, which is fine, but we want more. We want to grow. We want to improve. We want to do what evolution, in a sense, expects us to do, which is to become more. Life on this orb began as the smallest of life forms. And look at us now. Over 3 billion years later, with 37 trillion cells. We've come a long way. Through many changes, through many kinds of evolving being, to being here now in this form as a Homo sapien. You're not sure? Investigate on one's own. Anything and everything I say is open to your, not only your interpretation, but to your validation. It is important to check on things that are being said, especially today in this time of fabrication where many things are interpreted or changed for different reasons. And also, it is a means of further educating and deepening one's own understanding, experience, growing and nurturing one's own wisdom, one's own maturity. It is this way. Visualizing with me a hillside sitting up in some low foothills that are covered with trees, green then, and maybe a few pastures and meadows that we can see in the distance because we're up on the hillside. And in the distance as well, we can see the sea. And we see clouds, of course. And the sun is shining bright and lots of blue sky. The clouds are white and billowy. And we're on a meadow ourselves, kind of flat. And we have a little garden, not very big, but big enough for us. It is here in one soul. It is a soul garden where one can plant seeds. I encourage you, I implore you, in one's practice to plant seeds. All day is better than just once. Whatever seeds that are calling to you in a sense, be it a sense of patience or strength or understanding or kindness, a sense of generosity. Whatever you see you need, planting. And when you're done resting, sit down and enjoy the view. Finding a comfortable posture in your garden, undisturbed, aware of one's being here, now, alive, alert, growing. Growing means that you are weeding and nurturing yourself. You make some wrong turns, so you weed them. You cut back. You say, no, I'm not doing this. Nurturing oneself. This is working. I'm going to continue. This is a good way. For examples. Flowing. Learning to be flowing with your breathing and your pulsing and your shimmering realization. These are techniques and tools. Flowing with them. You want to be this way all day. That not only you, but all that are around you can conceive, perceive of what you represent, of what you are, of what they, in essence, want to be, helping them through being an image that they can emulate aspire toward. This is one's responsibility, to be a mentor of everyone, everything. Glowing in one's own self-realization, like we're having an opportunity to have here. Illuminating oneself in the validation one has, in the ecstasy of one's own life, shining in the wisdom and knowledge that your perception brings you, in this harmony, in this feeling of grace shimmering with life's energy all day. Namaste.